right, let's get started. Okay, welcome everyone. I hope you're going well. All right, I'm going to adjust my camera. There it goes. Just the hair a little. I hope everyone's going well tonight. Sorry, my setup is just my iPad's closed Twitch. I think I just updated it, so we should be fine. All right, let's just hit the live button. Hit the live button. Manage stream. All right, cool. All right. I think that one, if memory serves me correctly. Yep. All right, sweet. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up. This is the second stream with this setup. So yeah, welcome everyone. I couldn't stream on Wednesday. I didn't have anything set up or anything like that, and I was not home. And we all know how terrible it is on my laptop sometimes when I can't read chat and someone says hello and I inadvertently ignore them, which is not fun. So welcome everyone. All right, cool. Today we're powering through what we wanted to achieve for this particular month. We're just past halfway, so we've got about 2 weeks left. I want to see if we can do this one, and then I want to do some unit tests and for the back end and front end. We will hit this. Construct more of the end-to-end tests. I will have to figure out what I want to test, and then complete site testing, which we've been doing. So yeah. All right, so that's some of my little tea. Let's get straight into it. So we want to document how to install NearBeach with existing projects. So we're going to download a Django project and do it. We're going to see what we can do. In this tutorial, learn how to create a weather app that uses Django as a backend. We want something that's already made. All right. Let's have a look. Okay. Is that anchor tag real? All right. Yeah, I just want something. I just want something simple. Oh, we've got an ad at the moment. Yeah, so I just want to. I haven't actually had a look at anything. And what I want to do is I want to download just an existing project and just see if we can tack NearBeach onto it. All right. Let's I'm just having a quick look at something. monitoring, general. I just want to. Okay. Oh, and welcome back, everyone. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm just having a quick look. I mean, worst case scenario, what we could potentially do is we could go through the tutorial, quickly build up a Django application. It won't take us long to actually do, and then we can see if we can connect NearBeach to it. But I was hoping that there was a Django site where I could just add stuff on very, very quickly and hope for the best. Alright, but it looks like no. And this looks like the oh, this might do it. All right. All right, let's jump in. So I'm just going to clone this. We're going to go sites, git clone, paste it in. All right, cool. And we've got it there. So I've got PyCharm over here. What we're going to do is we're just going to open it. All right. So we've got a simple. Yeah, it's just a simple application. And hello, Lins. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. So, we have this particular type of request that has come through a little while ago, being like, we just need documentation on how to install NearBeach with an existing project. So what we're doing is we're downloading a random project, and we're going to see what we need to do to get NearBeach working within it. And then we pretty much document that process. And famous last words, shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words. So first what I need to do is create the virtual environment. So I'm just going to go virtual environment VM. And then I'm going to source right into it. Cool. And then I'm going to cd into the Django application directory, and I'm just going to go Python 3 manage run server. Actually, before I do that, I am going to go, they don't have a requirements. So what I'm going to do is pip install Django, and then Python 3 manage run server. And we're off to a pretty bad start. From Django config URLs, import URL. Let's actually see. So, calculator, we've got the URLs. Saying Django import URLs. Sorry, Django from Django.views import URL. Okay, cannot import URL from Django's config URL. Alright, I think this is using an older version of Django. So if we go to, let's say, the Django tutorial. So yeah, the backup is we actually do the tutorial and then we'll add it onto it. So take the tutorial. So we go through here. It's just getting the site up. Here's the URL. So from import views, Django URLs import. Yep. All right. Cool. Django include path. So if I go into calculator, it might be what version of Django is this potentially using? It could be using the very old version where none of this actually exists anymore. Just 7 years ago, kind of matches that sort of thing. Yeah. From Django.url's path. Hang on a minute. Should be working. Okay. They should be picking up Django no matter what. And yeah, judging from that, this is the old sort of thing, because now we're using path. Okay, not a problem. We just find another project. Once again, this might be very, very old. We've got manage. We've got the pip file with the latest version of Django. All right, cool. Small functional person-to-person message center application built from Django. The other thing is I could do a blank project and stuff like that. I think that might be 10 times easier to do. All right. So I'm just double checking I'm running on YouTube. Okay, I am. All right, sweet. Okay. Yeah, let's just do a blank project. Let's get rid of this. Let's reopen up NearBeach. This window. All right. Oops, wrong one. Let's get rid of it. All right, so make directory, test Django, cd into test Django. So we will need virtual, I'm going off memory by the, at the moment. So virtual env VM. All right, cool. And then what we need to do is pip install, we need to go source, VM bin activate, and we need to go Python 3, actually, pip install Django, and then it'll be this is so long that I've been since I've done this. So Django tutorial. Give me a couple of seconds. We are just going to go through the tutorial. It is start project. All right. Just wait. Or deactivate. No, hang on. Before I do something stupid, I'll stay in here. Django admin start project. I'm double checking. Yeah, we're starting a project, and I'm going to copy all of this because we'll follow some of this. All right, cool. And then if we cd into my site, we should be able to go Python 3, manage, run server. Now we've got migrations that we haven't done yet, so we'll quickly do that. So Python 3, manage, migrate, make those migrations. Python 3, manage, create super user. Use the default sort of stuff, and then Python 3 manage. This is run server, and then if we go localhost, we should see the rocket ship. So there we go. We've got everything up and running, which I'm happy with. So we're seeing this page because debugging is true. What we're going to do is we're going to create just a single page very, very quickly. And then we'll add NearBeach on top of it. And thank you very much. Just love the little the animation. Thank you very much, the Bob that I know, for the subscription. Greatly appreciated. You're just hanging out, finishing my Friday work before the weekend. Fair enough. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, today we're doing a little bit of documentation. So it is. Yeah, we're just writing how we can connect NearBeach into existing projects and stuff like that. So yeah. And I've already forgotten how to create a new Django project, but luckily the rest of the commands I already know. So yeah. How have you been, by the way? How's your Friday treating you? Hopefully your Friday's treating you well. Alright, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go open up sites. I'm going to go and say this is test Django. I really should have done it 2 levels down, but that's fine. That's fine. So we've got my site. We've got my site. Actually, in fact, I'm going to do that. Done. So we've got my site. We don't have any of the views or anything like that, but we've got some URLs, and yeah, we're going to keep this very, very simple. We're going to go new file. And we're going to go views.py. And then if we go back to the tutorial, you'll see it shows you how to make stuff. So we're making our views. Yeah, we're just going to nick this. Because once again, we're not rewriting the wheel. We're not doing anything. We're just doing this very, very quickly. Now, I don't know why it's not importing Django. Alright. Hang on a minute. Configure add interpreter. My site Python. Yep. All right. Now that should. So the reason why this is popping up, and I just realized. All right. Hang on, I can fix this. So sites test Django, my site VM, bin. So I'm going to go cancel. What I'm going to do. All right, first off, I'm going to move VM into my site. Am I doing this right? All right, move. Sorry, the VM here. All right, cool. And then what I'm wanting to do is I'm just gonna move my site down to here. And then I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna remove the chest Django. All of that is good. We're gonna have a problem with this. We're gonna open up something new now. And we're gonna go sites slash my site. Trust project, this window. All right, cool. Now, if I open up my site, open up views, it won't. Installing packages into my site requires administration privileges. Yeah, that's because we haven't set up the configuration yet. So I just need to go into here and I'm like, all right, cool, this is invalid. What I want to do is I want to find the VM. So sites, test Django, no. Sites, test Django, no. Now that's an oldie, but sites, oh, it's wanting Python 3.12? All right. Okay. Source VM bin activate Python 3 pip install Django. Oh. All right, let's just remove the VM. Cool. So virtual environment VM. Let's go test VM. All right, and then we want to active source test VM bin activate, and then pip install Django. And once that's doing that, I want to edit configurations, and it's not going to be that one anymore. No, I shouldn't do that one. All right, I'm just going to close it. Why aren't you finding... All right, it doesn't matter. We're spending way too long on something simple. We should be able to just run this. This will know, so the installation worked correctly. All right, cool. So now we've got to point the URLs there. So we want to go to the URLs. I do believe we've got the path. All right, cool. What we need, path. And then we need the includes. Oh, not the include. What is it? Oh yeah, import views. Like so. And then here, what we need, views.http response. I do believe it is. Oh, views.index. name equals index. All right, cool. Keeping it simple once again, going back over here, if we hit reload, hello world, you're at the pods index. Perfect. We're not going to make anything more of this because we're going to assume that from this point on, adding a NearBeach is going to be something different. All right, cool. So what I need to do is Kelly draw. Let's bring this up. Let's reset canvas. Oh no, not find on canvas, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Reset the canvas. So instructions. All right, so what we've got to do is add NearBeach to virtual environment. Actually, let's not add, it's install. Install NearBeach. Add to requirements.txt. Okay. Technically, this one should be first and this one should be second, but we'll move on. And then add to URLs. All right. That should be fine. Now, am I charging? Why is this screen going dull? All right, give me a couple of seconds. Okay, I'm gonna have to search for that after. Sorry, my laptop keeps dimming the screen and I can't view the chat. Add URLs and then we should migrate. Okay, so that in theory should be it, and that's what we're going to test out right now. So in reality, what we've got to do is under my site, we've got to add in file requirements.txt. And here we've got Django already, so they'll already have Django. And then what we need to do is place a NearBeach. Okay, and then with this, we're gonna go pip install requirements.txt. And then NearBeach will be installed through this. Now, NearBeach uses quite a number of libraries, so it will take a little while to download all those. All right. So if you run the server, everything should still run. Perfect. If we actually go into the admin, perfect. All right. This is optional. So if we go down here, what if we put in optional? Adding tables to the admin. Once again, optional. Could be useful. So there could be definitely use cases where a person who's managing this might need to actually put that in. So yeah. All right, cool. Let's, oops, sorry, I was meant to click on this. So we're here again. So under the URLs, what we want to do is we want to go from NearBeach, import oh. Oh no, it won't be that. It'll be... Alright, hang on. No, I've got old documentation that will help me. Once again, this is... I've been 2 years since I've actually had to do this. So, look at development, administration, tasks, common usage. We've got the old installation process where we used to install installation in NearBeach. So pip install NearBeach, edit the settings. We've got to add that into the settings. So we do actually technically have it. I've just got to double check everything works. Yeah, all right. That's it. So it's not this. So it'll be this. And instead of that, let's do something like NearBeach. So, straight off the bat, this isn't going to work. Because yeah, it does not declared app label and alright, cool. So, oh, we're in an ad break. I'm terribly sorry. Hang on. I didn't see the ad break. I am assuming Red Little Sleepy, you're seeing the ad at the moment, but I like the joke. So I'll wait till the ad break is over. And welcome back, everyone! Alright, so Red Little Sleepy said a joke, and welcome Red Little Sleepy. Why did the Gantt chart feel underappreciated? Because no one ever wanted to take it out on a date. I like it. And welcome, thank you very much for the joke, greatly appreciated. So yeah, I do hope you are enjoying my content as, as we remember how to do all this. And thank you once again for the follow. So yeah, greatly appreciated. Alright, so what we're missing here is we haven't done any migration, so migrate. Alright, model class NearBeach models.bug doesn't declare explicit app label in installed apps. Alright, cool. So looks like I've actually got a lot more on my plate than what I initially thought. I'm going to open up NearBeach. I'm going to go new window, and I'm actually going to put it on the window over here. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm just going to duplicate this. Ooh, ad break. Oh, sorry, I reread the thing wrong before. I did that again. I need to learn how to read. Ad break is coming up. Ad break in progress. All right, sorry. Yep, it was ad break coming up before. I didn't read it. I saw the green thing and it was like, oh god, an ad. I do apologize. But yes, welcome to those who can see me during the ads. I don't have my cubes in front. Actually, I got my 4x4 in front of me. Alright. Let's mess this up. In about 45 seconds. Okay. right. And just about 14 seconds left. Okay, and welcome back everyone. Sorry, before I saw the green thing and didn't realize that it was ads coming up. They really need to change that color for people like me that see it and panic without reading. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, close all of this. We're actually going to jump on to the documentation branch. We're going to minimize all of this. We're going to close all these tabs. We're going to open up the terminal. We're doing a git pull. Git merge in the main too. The reason why we do that is because the development branch gets quite far behind. It shouldn't have any issues, but it's just in case. All right, under the docs, what we've got is we've got installation. And what we want to do is we want to create a new directory, and we're going to call it install against existing project. All right, and we're going to go new file, and I'm just going to call it install against existing project dot rst. We're going to add that into source. Oh, sorry, this is. Yeah, dot dot. Oh, that's meant to be an underscore. All right, cool. Dot dot underscore yada yada. All right, cool. Yep. Install against existing project. And what we want to do is do a bunch of equals. We want to copy that. We want to do that. I'm going to wiggle my mouse over there. All right, cool. The following documentation is a guide on how to install NearBeach against an existing software. AKA, you would like to use NearBeach with your own project. All right, method. And what I'm going to do is call a helicopter method. And what a helicopter method is, it's just a very overlay of what you need to do. Insert NearBeach into your requirements.txt file. Install NearBeach using pip or equivalent, or don't know why I couldn't spell equivalent then, and I still can't spell it. A-line. All right, cool. And this is what we're going to do right now. So, actually, what we want to do is read the docs uses Sphinx sorted list. So ordered lists uses hashes. All right, one dot, sorry. Open your requirements.txt file and insert NearBeach on a new line. Using pip or equivalent, install NearBeach. Yep, cool. And then, yeah, we're just figuring this out. So I'm going to space these out. All right, model class NearBeach model bug doesn't declare an explicit app label when in application in installed apps. Yep. All right, so we're also opening up self-hosting because we've got a bunch of keys we've got to fill out here. So yeah. So it is assuming we should need assumptions up here. Okay, so assumption 1, user has already set up email configuration. Okay, pretty easy sort of stuff. All right, and the second assumption, user has set up database. User has already set up database configuration. All right, so I don't need to go over stuff that is not needed. All right, cool. So now that that is done, NearBeach class models.bug doesn't exist an explicit app label. Hang on, line 6. All right. All right. I think we can fix this. So what we need to do is go back to the old instructions of NearBeach, so installation of NearBeach. In here, what we've done is we've installed the source, so that's what we've done. We now need to edit the settings file. So I think that needs to be done first. Installed NearBeach, all right, cool. Add NearBeach to the settings.py file. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to add this to the installed apps. Under the installed apps. So, open up the, open your settings.py file and navigate to the installed apps section. All right, so in here, we've got settings. We scroll down. And then what we want to do is we want to add this. And I want to take a screenshot. Hang on, sorry. Oh, hold on. I knocked my keyboard out. All right. That's better. All right. And what I want to do is I want to paste that into there. Installed apps. Okay, and we're going to add it in. Now, I've forgotten how to add in images. All right. So going into here, what we want to do so image, and then what we want is install apps.png. We don't have that full path, so what we want is to search for .image without a file mask. And this one is installation of Django. Okay, I'm just gonna oh, the image comes up like that anyway. All right, cool. So it's going to be like this. Picture of the installed apps within the settings. All right, cool. Add, and then we're going to paste this in within the array of installed apps. Please see image. All right, cool. So that should be the first thing that they've done. So this gets added in, everything gets saved. We then hit migrate. Nothing else happens because we now need other variables and stuff like that. So go back into here. Now save the document and add the 2 lines to the context processes under templates. All right. So once again, I just need this. I'm just going to grab this. Ah, boo. All right. So grab this, take a photo, grab it, copy it. And this is templates. So going into here, we're just going to paste. Oh, I didn't like it that time. All right, cool. So this is templates. Yep, cool. So what we need to do, tab this in, image templates.png, alt, picture of the templates within the settings, and then add. Now, actually, I'm going to delete that. Why? Because I'm going to add in what I need. So now save the document and add the following 2 lines to the context processes under templates. And now I'm taking a screenshot with it all in there. All right, now we're going back into here. Now we're pasting this and going templates. All right, cool. And add the following 2 lines into the context. It was the context processes within the templates. And then if it's dub.code block bash, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right. Going back into here, we can kill that off. We're just going to copy this, and we're going to paste this in like so. We're just going to do this. All right, cool, sweet. So if we do that, so now I'm going to complain about private root, media root, and stuff like that. Root capture key. I'm going to leave that one out. We're going to leave that one out. But we're going to put that as an assumption. So assumption, all right, cool. User has already set up the security options for SSL redirect. You can see. Actually, I'm just going to copy. Easy. Okay. We're skipping the emails. Private documentation. Now we need private media root. And this is where I'm going to go onto here. Yeah. Okay. I just want to see one thing. I just want to see if we... I do believe we still need to set this up. Okay. So in here, we've got Ocean Suite, and then we've got settings. And then if we scroll all the way down... all right. So yeah, we need to set this up. Excluding the center. Okay. So going back to the documentations. And hey, mailbox user, mailbox new. How are you? Hello. Have you programmed any AI? No. I've used it. But no, I haven't programmed any AI. At the moment, usually when I use it, it's such for... I've had it hallucinate quite a bit for me. That's a bit of a problem. However, that being said, I've used it sometimes to find wording or naming conventions and stuff like that, which then I can use to sort of do more research on top of. So yeah, AI should be used as a tool and not a crutch. So, yeah. Anyway, how are you going? Sorry, I'm getting distracted with my cube again. Okay, cool. I'm going to put that down, and I like those emojis. So yeah, welcome. We are running some documentation at the moment. So yeah, very cool. Fair enough. But yeah, once again, use it as a tool, not a crutch. So yeah, it shouldn't be the only source of information. You should also sort of gather other information elsewhere and stuff like that too, like the documentation. So add NearBeach settings, yep, and then we add the context, NearBeach's context processors. And then what we want to do, add all private and media settings. What type of software have you been building on Twitch? So I'm building an open source project management system called NearBeach. That's not it. That's not it either. I don't have it running at the moment. Actually... No, I don't have that one running. I've got demo. It's a bit dangerous opening up the demo, just because I don't know what people have put into here. But yeah, it's open sourced. The idea is you can gather basic sort of organization, customer details. You've got Kanban boards. You can gather user requirements and break them down into user requirement items. You've got projects and tasks, which you can, you know, and then when you're ready to deploy, you've got requests for changes. So yeah. Today we are documenting it because we've had a number of people be like, listen, I want to include it with something I'm building. How do I do that? And there's a few fiddly steps you've got to do to get it to work. So we're just documenting that process at the moment. So yeah. So in here, what we want to do at the bottom of any APIs, and there's not really, it is something that it is on our list to do. So at the moment, we've got the object data URL in this, which kind of handles all of those requests coming through and stuff like that. However, we'll probably migrate that into a proper API or something like that. A request for an API has been put through. So yeah, we'll actually probably be doing that hopefully shortly. At the bottom of the settings.py file, insert the following following code. So we want code block, simple bash, and then what we're going to do is we are gonna nick all of this. We're just going to paste it in. Ah. It's meant to be 2. Oh well. I'm gonna refresh that. So you should add that in. This will allow this is for NearBeach's document upload process. All right, easy done. All right, next thing to do. So if it's in here, what we want to do is we just want to like that. Oh, we've got to import OS. Import OS. At the top of the settings.py file, please add the following import statement. And then that's a simple add, just a simple code block bash. That will be import OS. Okay, cool. So we'll do that right now. And we have. All right, sweet. The next sort of step which we're going through, so all right, we're assuming they've set up the static URL. So that's going to go into an assumption. User has already set up the static URL options. User is not using any of the media/private URLs. Because yeah, if the user's uploading and stuff like that, it is going to cause a bit of problem. All right, so at this particular point, user should be able to migrate. So if we go Python 3 manage migrate, object has no attribute private media URL. Hang on. So we're just going through the Docker sort of stuff at the moment. So we've got private media root, private media server, private media root. All right, cool. Yep. So that also needs to be added in here. Like so. And it needs to be added into here. Like so. All right, so that's migrated NearBeach. And NearBeach is working. Oh, I can see one mistake so far. We need a / on that URL. So, but we haven't got to that point, have we yet? No, helicopter method, add that. Add the NearBeach URL to URLs. Migrate the NearBeach migrations. So, go, how am I saying this? Open up your, okay, open your urls.py file and include the following import. So code block, simple bash, and what we're wanting to do is if we go to the URLs, we're including this. Note, you could just append the include on the existing line. All right, in the urls.py file, add the following line within the URL patterns array. So simple code block bash, and then we're just pasting this in. No, that's not the one we wanted. All right, and then what we want to do, I'm currently working on a gallery website, and for now my images are stored in GitHub repo. Do you have any alternative idea that I can use? I'm assuming, let me just put this. I'm assuming you're creating a gallery website that can be probably ported in multiple different places, and that you kind of want to update those images like a with like a CMS type of situation. With that assumption, I would use something like either S3, R2, or sorry, ads. Lens, could you tell me if ads are affecting you? Otherwise, I'll wait. All right, cool. So we do have ads at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, not at all. I didn't receive. All right, cool. Oh yes, sweet. So you can use like a blob storage system like Azure Azure Blobs, R2, S3, and stuff like that. Especially if you wanted to change the images, and it's more acting like a CMS and stuff like that. However, if it's like a static site type of situation where everything's going to be hard-coded and stuff like that, then having them in the GitHub repo is should be fine. Because I'm assuming that's being deployed out. So yeah, a good example of my 9-to-5 job using a blob storage is we recently set up a bunch of Umbraco sites, new Umbraco sites, and what actually happened is the images won't appear and stuff like that when we uploaded them. because they would only be on that person's local device or on the web server. So a way for us to get around that was we implemented very early on the blob storage, and then if anyone uploaded any image, it went to that blob storage, and then everyone had access to that image. So that's the advantage of the blob storage, but you are going to pay. So if we go to, I'm just going to go to AWS pricing calculator at the moment. What type of security does that use? So in this sort of case, because you want people to access the images, it's mainly read only. Or are you talking about NearBeach? So yeah, you would, let's say you're using 1 GB per month and stuff like that. Let's say you're doing 4,000 puts or whatever. Let's say there's 50,000. Let's just say this is data transfer. It'll be internet free amount. Let's say 5 terabytes per month. It'll cost you $0. All right, so a lot of the times it'll be quite free, the S3. So yeah, Mailbox new. And what did you use for the logins? So if you're talking about NearBeach, NearBeach has is using Django. So what I've done is I've utilized Django's pretty much auth, the whole auth from Django itself. That's why I'm not rolling my own. I don't need to worry about security as much because I know Django will worry about the security for me and they'll fix patches. I just need to keep everything up to date, if that's what you mean. So, yeah. All right, so going back into here, so in the URLs file, add the following under the URL patterns. In your terminal, migrate the files. Code block bash, so Python 3 manage py migrate. NearBeach should now be set up. You can now. I should have NearBeach / here. You can reach it using NearBeach on your site. Cool. Yeah, that should be it. So if I go into here and I just go like that. And then I do that. New organization, socks, fluffy, but all right. It should just. Oh, all right. So some things won't work. But if I hit refresh, no. Okay. So there's some things I've got to come in here and fix and so forth like that. However, from my knowledge, I don't think anyone will be setting up NearBeach to do this. Oh, we don't have any groups. Yeah, this will bypass simple group. This would bypass a lot of the yeah, that's going to bypass everything. So that will be NearBeach. So there's a lot of security in NearBeach, and doing it this way does actually pass a few items. So let's go add permission set, average permission set. So it'll be one of those things that I'll be like, all right, cool. If you do this, you've got to handle it yourself. Like, for example, this needs to be set up correctly. So what actually happens is first login, it actually checks to see if there's any groups. If there's no groups whatsoever in the system, what will happen is it'll just be like, all right, cool. I'll just create that group right now. And the thing is, we're bypassing that because we're not logging into NearBeach. We're logging into an application. Right, so that needs to be said. NearBeach should be set up. You can reach it using NearBeach on your website. Note, you will need to manually create the permission set for the administration. The first permission set created in NearBeach cannot be edited from the front end. This is, yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, so migrate NearBeach migrations. User will create a permission set in the backend. All right, cool. Optional. All right, so with the optional, what did we say? Adding tables to the admin. All right, cool. So now I'm wondering if there's a quick way of doing this. Probably not. So what I'm going to do, add the following code to your admin.py file so tables can appear in the Django admin. So this will be code blocks, bash, and then we're just gonna paste it all in. We're just gonna shift 100 up and I'm gonna knock it 2 up. Ah. Okay, no, that's fine. All right, cool. That should be all fine. So that's an optional. And I think that's it. So there is a way to actually render this. Compile, read the docs. Aww. Aww. Okay. Damn it, there was instructions on how to do that on that site. Okay. Python pip, yep, pip install, Sphinx, yep, all right, cool. Make directory, docs, yep, yep. No, I don't want to initialize, I want to build it. Oh, let's just make HTML. All right. Oh, wrong area. All right, this one, CD into the documents. So make HTML. Sphinx build not found. All right, cool. Pip install Sphinx build. There you go. I was missing a file. So we've got the build. So if I go into here, sites, NearBeach, docs, we want the build, HTML, and then we just want to index it here. So here it is. What we've got is we don't actually have anything in here. So we're missing something at the moment. So not a problem, we're going to fix that up. So under the installation, we're missing something. So, we're actually finished with this now. Yeah, we're finished with that. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to go over here. We're going to focus directly on this now. So under here, we've got installation. So I've got quick install. I've got the index. Oh, yep, and don't forget to drop everyone. Ooh, Leans, you just missed out. I am going to do Turbo Tripod. All right, who we talk tree features about. Yep, all right, talk tree, quick, that's where we need to actually do it. Instead of doing it there, I'm gonna be here and go install against existing project, and then that's just gonna be 01 installation. In fact, I'm just gonna copy this line and just do that. Install against existing project. So that will be 001 install against. Now I'm actually going to rename that one and just have it index. It's going to be 10 times easier. And then that's going to be install against existing project.index. And that should be fine. So it should be make HTML. Do you watch anime? I saw some cool background. So the background is Tokyo Ghoul. So yeah, I really like Tokyo Ghoul. I've read all the manga. I've watched most of it. I just didn't watch the RE stuff properly. One day I'll get back into the RE stuff. I think it left Netflix. That's why I didn't get to it in time. So yeah, Yes, I do. And when I went to Japan, I actually bought like the first little volume, but it's all in Japanese and stuff like that. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. All right, so if I hit refresh, actually, I think I've got to close this and I'm going to open up this and open up this. So install against existing project. We've got all of that. So yeah, that's that done. Except with the templates picture. So we're going to go over here. We're going to open up this index once again. We're going to scroll up to the templates. Because I spelled it wrong. There we go. And once again, we're just making it done. Perfect. All right. Cool. So I'm quite happy with that. So we can now push this. We're just going to go over here. We are going to go cd into NearBeach. So git status, git add, git commit, adding in documentation around installing against existing projects. All right, cool. And that's done. Now we're going to do a pull request. And the reason being is we want this documentation within the main one. So what we want to do is we're just going to write documentation, include documentation on how to install NearBeach against existing projects. That's going to be a simple create thing. All right, don't forget to drop everyone. You can put your favorite emoji at the end and the favorite emoji will fall down, or parachute down, I should say. Now, this shouldn't be affecting any of these because this is documentation. So I'm just going to confirm merge. We don't need to worry about any of that. All right, so going into here, I'm just going to duplicate this tab. I'm just going to go Umbraco. I'm also just going all right, so we don't have that on here. Sorry, I'm just checking one little tiny thing. 15 minutes. All right, cool. So I need to check the pre-rolls. All right, so what we want is we want to go into our blog. Got our November goals. And what I'm going to do is I'm just crossing that out because we've done it. So yeah, that's strike through now. All right, cool. So if I go here, I reload. We've met our goals for this particular month, which is great. We did a release a week ago. I believe if we go into UTrack, we don't have enough bugs, or maybe we have enough bugs for tonight. You know what? I forgot to actually release all of these. Yeah. Alright. I forgot to do a release the other night. So I'm going to do that right now. So what I want to do is we now want to go back to our develop. We want to do a git pull. We also want to check out our main too and do a git pull. Oh, sorry, git checkout develop, git pull. All right, git merge and main, git push. So we're just making everything the same. And then what we want to do, npm audit, npm run prod. We want to get the local version running too. All right, cool. So now that that is done, npm run e2e. And that's the end-to-end tests that we're running. We'll also quickly do the unit tests, and that's quite simple. We go to Circle CI and we actually check the tests out up here. But at the same time, let's go to the documentation. Let's check our procedures out. So deployment of NearBeach. So we've done that. We're doing that at the moment. We've got to check the screenshots, which failed 44. All right, admin card information 1. Failed to load resource. The server responded with a status of 500 internal server error. All right. And why did you do that? Let's have a look. So what I want to do is I just want to copy this. Oh, all right. Didn't happen to me. Sometimes this happens. What I'm going to do, cd, actually we're in here, npm run e2e. Sometimes we get errors where it just happens for no apparent reason. We just have to rerun the tests. Or manually do those tests to figure out, did the test flunk? Which happens a lot more than you think. All right, cool. Still saying failed 44, Kanban card information. So this is here. Hang on. Wait a minute. I think it's just that. I think. All right. I think it's just because we weren't running our local Minio. So the Minio is like a blob storage type of situation, very similar to S3. And we use it locally for our testing and stuff like that. So. Ooh, all right. I can do this with the cube. And then it gives me, perfect. All right. And then, ooh, what happened? Hey, RW Grim, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, welcome everyone. So yeah, how is the rest of your stream? Oh yes, and don't forget to drop everyone. I'm going to do Shocked Max. I think that's everyone's favorite. And just missed. You got in the corner. You're going good. The good. Let me rephrase. The rest of the stream was good. That is good to hear. So yeah, welcome all raiders. I hope you're going well. We're in the middle of a release, but that's perfectly fine. I'm Robotic Head. I've been working on an open source project management system called NearBeach. What you're looking at is the Kanban board functionality right now, but NearBeach can easily grab basic sort of organization customer details. You can collect user requirements and break down them into requirement items. You can then fork them into projects and tasks, and when you're ready to deploy, you can use requests for changes. So yeah, and welcome. And it looks like I got 6948, so yep, rigged, I know. So yeah, that's what we're working on today. So at the moment, I realized the other day I forgot to actually deploy a release, so I'm doing that right now. And then we're going to work on some unit tests. And then hopefully when we get bored of that, we'll be looking at CodeQL and reading up on that. So yeah, which is the library. I hate to raid and run, but I have a work call in 5 hours and I need to get a nap. Fair enough. Thank you very much for the raid and enjoy your nap. So yeah, thank you very much. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna quickly push these. So we're just doing the shakeout test. I'm gonna go npm run unit tests just in case. So we're all happy with all of this. We know the Firefox one breaks just because there's a warning that pops up and it's really annoying. But that has nothing to do with me. So I'm going to close all of that. And close that. And I'm going to have a look at the... So if I go in here, we can move that to trash. We need to go into test results, shakeout, admin. So I'm just going to go through here and have a look to see if I can spot anything wrong. And now I can see that person... Oh, you can't remove the tags from there. Alright, no, you can't. Yep, you have to actually go into the thing to remove the tags. Alright. Okay. Yep, I'm happy with that. We should also have the unit test done. I'm going to go Python 3 manage test source VM bin activate. Sorry, I didn't have my Python virtual environment on. So yeah, I'm going to minimize all of that. We're going to jump into here, make sure the develop. Yep. Circle CI. Yep. All right, cool. So git status, git add, all of these, git commit. And what is this going to be called? Release 0.31.48, I think. Yep, 48. Holy hell. Git push. So we're still hitting a release a week, except this should have been done at the start of the week. Trust me not to do it. Alright, so that's been pushed up. What we want to do is, we're happy with that one. We've got NearBeach. We're going to do a compare and pull. So this will be bug fixes. And we're at an ad break. All right, cool. Sorry, I just need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. Hopefully everyone's going well. So, whilst we're doing that, waiting for the ad break, we're going to finish off this 4x4. Alright. Cool. And once that is done, we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And then it is one more move set. Oh no, maybe not one move set, sorry. Oh god, alright. Sorry, I just got a message from a friend. Okay, cool. And welcome back, everyone. Sorry, getting distracted with the cube. We're just literally about to finish it. Alright, cool. So bug fixes. So what we need to do, go into here. We just need to copy these. We're closing everything we don't need open at the moment. All right, copy all of that, create pull request. And, oh yeah, fix code smells and all that kind of stuff. Merge, yeah, we're fine with this merging in and stuff like that because we've done tests outside of the system. All right, we're going to go back into NearBeach. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go create new release. We're going to paste that in. We're going to choose tag 0.31.48 and then 0.31.48. We're gonna generate release notes. All right, cool. Bug fixes, and then code smells. Some code smells were fixed for developers. All right, cool. What else has changed? Set of pre-release. All right, cool. So in half an hour, this is going to be released. For those who are wondering how that is actually done, we've actually got GitHub Actions running. So this will actually deploy NearBeach. This will actually deploy it to PyPI. It then deploys the static files to our CDN. And then it will trigger a Docker build. So the Docker build will build the Docker version of NearBeach, which is what we recommend people using. So yeah. All right, cool. So I am going to close that off. I'm going to be like, all right, cool, let's fix this all up. Let's go, ready for retesting. This is all fixed. So this is all administration stuff. I was meant to do this on Monday, but I got distracted. I had a bunch of stuff to do. So yeah, all right. And then we want to change that to 50. Update query. And then we want to change that to 50. You go save. And then we want to custom fields. And then the version, we want to go 48 has been released and archived. All right, so now we're working on 0.3149. All right, so what we want to do, go over here. We want to stop the NearBeach from running because we don't care. Sounds so nasty. No, I believe we don't need it for the unit testing to be running. End-to-end testing, yeah, you need the server running, but unit testing, no. So now we're going to do unit testing. So let's look at VueJS first. So npm run unit test. So this is running Vite. Sorry, and I got a message from my father. Okay, do. All right, cool. So this has done its thing. We're actually going to jump into NearBeach sites, NearBeach. I think it's coverage. So yeah, and now I don't know if it's covering everything. So as you see, it's VueJS components. We don't need a coverage that's that's not needed. That could be actually ignored. One reason being is this isn't something you test. This is for a build. This isn't for testing. So first things first, let's actually get rid of that. So we're going to go into NearBeach. We're going to go into our now this is vtest. So include. All right, cool. Environment that. Okay, vtest. And thank you very much for the follow, Tasty Shrimp. So yeah, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. Vtest exclude files to test. All right. Yeah, welcome. So. Exclude. All right, cool. Yeah, it's part of that. All right. And what we want to exclude is this will be part of source. Actually, what is this file? It's part of JavaScript. So source JavaScript components. All right. All right. And I spelled something wrong. Okay, so straight away that should be better. So it's just rerunning its own thing and stuff like that. I'm just going to put the coverage over here. And all right. Hang on, I'm just going to copy this. That should have written. And thank you very much for the follow, Glue Husky. So welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. All right, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to move on. So all files. So we're just finding out what we're not actually doing at the moment. So this one we are. I'm just wondering if it's going to show files that I don't have. I'm trying to think, what files have I used recently? So composable uploads. None of these are running. I don't know how I would test those. But they should be ignored anyway. So, add that to there. I'm going to go source, JavaScript, composables. And then like that, I think. Okay. It's doing its thing. Yep. I'm just going to move that there. I should shut my curtains. Okay. All right. Get back into here. We're just going to open this up. I know I did something recently. I know I've added something in. I think the Gantt chart. All right, so I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to open up tests. I'm going to open up end-to-end. No, sorry, unit. And we're going to compare that with the source components and stuff like that. So admin card task. I know that there's some in here that the idea is this folder is meant to be one-to-one. So Gantt chart. Gantt chart. So we do have Gantt chart in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I know I've added something in recently. User task tags, sprint search, requirements, requirement items, request change, render. Oh, all right, render. So it won't tell us if we're missing something. All right. It's going to be annoying now, because now I've got to check all of them. Okay, not a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it in. Where, actually, before I do, it's either, yeah, all right, cool. So I'm going to paste it in. It's either render object card, no, that exists, render object table, that exists, render object toast, that exists, render unit card list. All right, so we just need to click on this, render user card list. Okay, so we add this into here. So we do need this. We do need this. This will change to render user card list. This will change to render user card list. And then now, do we use Axios? No, we don't. So in here, we don't need to mock anything. We need the plugins and stuff like that, empty test. So at the moment, this is just booting up to make sure it runs. Hey there, I have a quick question. Have you ever heard of Programming Hub? No, I haven't. Is it like Free Code Camp where it's a learning resource? Okay, yeah, it's... Alright, yeah, it's like Free Code Camp and stuff like that. Alright. But yeah, no, I haven't heard of it. Sorry. Alright, so we've added that one in. Now, icons. We haven't added icons into here whatsoever. No, we haven't. And they definitely won't appear on the front end. So if we go over to all files, JavaScript, components. All right, we need to get this to rerun the whole thing. All right. So we don't have icons in our test whatsoever. And these are going to be very, very simple sort of tests. I'm just going to make sure that they just run. So unit, directory, icons. Yep. And then what we want to do, I kind of want to grab something like this. Except we won't need the store or anything like that. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. So if we open up this one, we're not even using the store, so we can simply. I was looking for game dev courses on the Play Store and came across this build your first game app, which teaches Unity and C#. It had this one-time pro lifetime microtransaction, which basically gave me their entire library for that instead of the usual $33 CAD. So I figured it was worth it since there's a boatload of courses with a compiler and stuff. But they mentioned getting the pro tier, your certs upon completion, not certs like CCNA or NET. I wanted to know if the certs have value. I think what will be more value. So this is not an ad. I know it sounds like I just wanted to provide content. All right, so I think what will prove, if you're looking for a job, usually, yeah, you would upskill yourself like this, but also I think when you're going for a job, if you can show that you've worked on small projects, it doesn't matter if these projects are completely finished or anything like that. It's just a small project for an idea. For example, you might want to create a run and jump and gun type of game, which you can do very, very quickly. And that would be a lot better for an interview process, because you can talk about the game, you can show about it, you can show what you've learnt and stuff like that. Yeah, usually when I interview people, that's what I kind of want to look at. Their now this isn't game programming, but it's a transferable sort of knowledge in the sense that other people will be doing similar things. I just want to see how you code and stuff. I want to see what problems you've had and how you've accomplished them or gotten over them. I have a dialogue, editing, and voice acting credits on the big three MiHoYo games, but I figured since I work in games, I should learn Unity, C#, and then Unity with C++, UE with C++, Unreal Engine, because my main job is audio engineering. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, if you wanting to, I'm assuming. Editing voice acting credits on big three games, but I figured since I worked in games I should learn. Yeah, if you wanted to sort of cartwheel into doing something slightly different in the gaming industry, yeah. I don't know what the certificates will hold, but once again, I think actually showing that you can utilize what you've learned in creating little tiny projects is a lot better. So yeah. I'm not from the game industry though, so yeah, I'm sort of saying this as a sort of broad sort of thing. So yeah. So yeah, and thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. So yeah, welcome, welcome. We are building a project management system. Right now we're actually unit testing, so yeah, we've got to get all this unit tests in and stuff like that. So yeah. Alright. But yeah, it is possible, like I've done it. Alright. If I go here. Alright, this is me. This is a young me. I had a lot of hair type of me. Alright, and I smiled a lot more. So when I was 23, I became a data scientist. So I learnt mathematics. So I had a Bachelor of Applied Science Maths. Alright. So when I graduated and stuff like that, I became a data scientist. And then, oh god, I gotta do math. When I was 28, I then fell into IT. Terrible job. When I was 31, so I didn't like the IT job at all. Hated it. And then between the ages of like 28 to 31, I upskilled. So I had programming knowledge due to this, and I essentially upskilled myself into web development. And then when I was like 31, I think I went into web development. And that's where I am now. So yeah. Give me a couple of seconds of just catching up on Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, and Hokuto Star Relay, but your small project device helps. Yeah. I bought humble Unity courses through Game Dev TV and figured having multiple resources to learn would help. Yes, definitely. Definitely would help. Also, don't forget about YouTube and also talking to other people and stuff like that. I tried learning C, C#, and C++ when I was 18 in high school. I'm now 31, and that's fine. I remember a lot of the languages. So I had difficulties when I first started out learning multiple languages at once. So I ended up learning C at not high school, at uni, and then MATLAB, And then the best thing is a lot of C went into my job where I was using C++ with the Qt framework. And then I learned Python when I was at the IT job because I needed to automate quite a lot of my jobs. Project management system sounds cool. Cheers, thank you very much. Watch me lurking. System admin. So I do know system admin. I actually knew system admin sort of up here because I've been using Linux for such a long time. I wanted to see how things work. But for this IT job, I was actually help desk, which is why I hated it a lot. And there was a application that just didn't work very well, and it's what got me into upskilling myself because I wanted to figure out why it was not working as much. So yeah, I took a coding challenge when I worked at Shopify. Oh, fair enough. You got laid off. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's not fun going through that process at all, but I found out I did pass and would have been interviewed, no issues. That's even better. All right, the code challenge was for the theme support team, so I took a deep dive on HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript. My wife is freelance. So, ooh, nice. All right, yep. I just run computer repair and remote support. Stage 50 in Outlook. That is all. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, I was a level 2 support on a particular thing, and yeah, it didn't work. And yeah, so I'm glad that I left. I'm glad that I spent my time upskilling myself and moving over. So my point in this whole discussion goes back to your original thing. Let me read it out. That you have dialogue editing and voice acting on the big three games that figured since I work in games I should learn Unity and all that. So my point in all of this is yes, you can actually sort of transition into other working fields, and a lot of what I learned, so from the data scientist, a lot of what I learned actually had transferable knowledge. So data science test, there was a lot of transferable skills. I can't be bothered writing it all out into the IT, which also then had more transferable skills into my current job, which is web development. So yeah. And for instance, is that fair enough? That still gives me nightmares of Provide X. I still record on other games. I just feel stuck at 31 and not sure what I actually want my career to be. I know with ADHD I thrive in chaos and challenges. Yes. And programming is a lot of chaos and a lot of challenges. Struggle learning and remembering code. All right, cool. The best thing is don't worry about learning the code or memorizing it completely. It's mainly the method of how you solve the problem. Because a lot of code is different, so depending on the language. Let's go language. You'll have different syntax and different methods and stuff like that. And a good example is I use JavaScript, VueJS, and Python, and there's a lot of differences between them. I just memorize what the method is, and then the syntax will come a little bit later, and then I can solve the problem, no matter the language. So yeah. Moral of the story: never give up and keep moving forward. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you might see a little hang on. Sorry, I'm drawing that with my mouse and not the pad. So you might have a wall in front of you. And don't be afraid of the wall, because what you can actually do is you can create little tiny steps. And each of these steps, you just keep stepping up. So these are just learning new little tiny items. And sure, soon enough, once you learn all of these sort of things, you can do a cool vault over the wall. I'm really bad at drawing, so this is the stick figure doing a vault over the wall whilst also doing a flip because it looks cool. So yeah, I love programming. My company's called Hello Repair. Boomers respect me. Oh, fair enough, that is good. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. I was looking at Odin for a bit there to figure out the path. If I'm being candid, I want a career with stability. Fair enough. I don't know about the games industry and stability. So, stability, my daughter was born after Shopify 2020 layoff, and I tried taking Leon's 100 out of 1,000 dev-free code programs. Oh, fair enough. Head first over this, yeah, or head first into the wall. But yeah, what I'm saying here is you will learn there's a lot of things you can do, but believe it or not, if you take easy, tiny steps, this is a lot easier than scaling the wall directly. So, no. Alright. Now, I gotta make all of these down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy one of these. I am going to paste it in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to rename everything. So I'm just going to rename this. Going to go down here and actually rename this properly and just paste it up. And then we want a unit.javascript. So we're factoring that in. And then what we need to do in here is edit the location. So that will be in icons, and then that will be carbon arrow up. And that will also be carbon arrow up. All right, cool. I'm just going to stick with it. Makes sense. So let's say web dev. Web dev can be quite. It has been stable for me, but I've worked for digital agencies and not any of the the big four or anything like that. What's the path I could take? Also, I do have audio editing to do, so it'll be like, oh, that's perfectly fine. The path you could take is, if you did want to get into web dev, learning something like WordPress, like a CMS, like WordPress. Another thing, it would be Embraco is a different one. So these are the two CMSs that I use. Another thing you could learn is, I'm just going to copy this. She loves Webflow though. The rest in peace, WP Engine. Yes, yeah, I am staying out of that whole debacle. Another thing is have a look at model view controllers. Oh, I actually just wanted to go for the Wikipedia general sort of thing. So if you wanted to build a website in itself, you can have a look at model view controllers. So you've got .NET model view controller, because you've already done some C#. A lot of what you've learned in that C# will be just used here. So you're not having to relearn any languages or anything like that. So add. All right, thank you. There we go. Fireshift made a great video. Yes, yep, yes, he does. He makes great videos. I always find working a project you actually want is the best way to learn something. Find a project, work on it. That being said, I have a lot of unfinished progress yet, but also Nocturnal, can I state that every single one of those unfinished projects, you've learned something and you've gotten better. Okay. What you retained, how the language works. And I'll re-say that once the ads are over. Learn the thing you wanted and moved on. Yep. Well, NearBeach did start off as a learning project, and look where it is now, so I can't say anything. Alright, 6 seconds. Alright, you're back. Cool. So, to answer your question, but with C#, it was a 3D dev course, and a few days ago, I'm not sure what I retained. There's stuff you will have retained. So there's a lot of transferable knowledges in learning how to program and stuff like that. So for example, you know what the language looks like. You should know if statements, while loops, have variables and stuff like that, like an int, bool, and so forth like that. And how to mutate that data. So you kind of have that knowledge already, and then all you're doing now is you're probably running a tutorial that has a different shape of how things are looking. So for example, the model view controller will have a shape of how the files are called, where the files will belong, for certain things to get access. So for example, in .NET, I do believe you've got the folder, and then you've got the file name itself and the URL, and that connects up, and then you've got the methods, and yeah. It's been a while since I've done that. I'm usually using Embraco and stuff like that. So yeah, give it a shot. Yeah. And Nocturnal actually does bring out a really good point. He's like, I learned the thing I wanted, then I moved on. So essentially he created a project, he learned what he needed to do in that project, and then he's like, all right, cool, I'm moving on to the next thing. Don't be afraid to do that. And then later on, come back, look at your project and be like, can I actually make this better? You can learn WordPress, yes. Yep, you can learn Embraco or any tool you want. So yeah, a good sort of, once again, you've got to look at this as analytical. So I would go on a job seeking board. Seek.com.au is just an Australian site. I'm only bringing this up because I just remembered the name. Type in web developer for where you are. So for example, if I was doing this with myself, I'll go in, web developer, any classification, so forth like that, mid-level, and what I'll do is I'll open up these ads and I'll look at what they require. So 4 years experience of front-end software engineer. So this person's looking for Angular, HTML, CSS, because yeah, that's UI, UX. Now this is a front-end engineer. Compatible with JavaScript, jQuery, and modern JavaScript MVC frameworks like single-page applications. And thank you very much for the follow. Gollies. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce NJE. So, yeah. The music is from Thor's... Yes, yep. Are you expected to build stuff from by scratch? Depends. So, for example, if I were asked to build a front end in Angular, then kinda yes, I would need to know how to actually set up the Angular project, get it compiled, get those particular static files actually located somewhere and served out and stuff like that. So yes. However, if you were asked to work on a WordPress CMS, you don't need to know as much. So, yeah. And remote is A-okay. I work mostly remote, yeah. Building stuff from scratch is fairly rarely much like more likely to be legacy on top of framework. Yeah, depending on what you mean by scratch. Yes, and that's also a good definition too. You'll need to define from scratch. Like if they asked you to build an MVC, good luck. So yeah. You've also got, so WooCommerce developer, yeah, that's just someone who works with WordPress and WooCommerce. That's okay pay. But yeah, go through this, see what technology people are asking for you to know, and just learn up on that. All right. When I watch a Unity tutorial, for example, they'll be typing out the code from the start, and I'm like, how do you remember this? Also, is Heartbound... I haven't played Heartbound yet, but I did actually buy it along with the soundtrack. I just haven't... I've got a backlog of games at the moment, so it's on my backlog. So, yeah. How do I remember all of that? It's repetition. A lot of the times I will remember by repeating and stuff like that. And as you're programming, you just remember things and so forth like that. No, that's fine. So, yeah. Anyway, carbon up. I'm just removing what we don't need. I do believe we don't need these here because we're not accessing the store. And we just gotta get this to render. Alright, so that rendered. So I'm gonna copy. Alright, I need... I'm just going to paste this in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go carbon close outline. Going to add that in. We're going to go through all of these in a minute and change them up. We want carbon document. Carbon document PDF. And then we want carbon email. Carbon folder. Carbon image. Yeah, pretty much. Just once again, building small little tiny things, little tiny projects will help with this. So you can build something and then you'll be like, all right, cool, done. And then you build something else, and then you build something else, and then you might come back to the first one and look at it and be like, I can build this better, I've learned something else, and then practice building it again and so forth like that. So yeah, you can do this. All right, I said a carbon image, right? Information, so we need carbon link now. Carbon link, and then carbon trash can. All right, and then we want MDI Microsoft Excel. MDI Microsoft PowerPoint. MDI Microsoft Word. All right. I took notes. That's good. I believe my issue is I want to try everything out to see what I enjoy, and due to my perfectionism, I feel I need to master everything since one life. Exactly like perfection. Perfectly. All right. Now, I don't suffer from perfectionism. You can clearly tell that by my UI UX. It is something you need to sort of tackle. Because the idea is perfection. What is it? Perfection is the enemy of good enough. All right. And sometimes I don't have, because I just don't suffer from perfectionism. I don't have any good sort of knowledge around this. What I would always potentially do is always aim for little tiny goals, stuff I can pick up. So I look at this and I'm like, cool, and that gives me motivation to do it. Now, in a sense, I might have, let's say, 4 of these. All right, like so. I will do all 4 if they're set at that sort of little tiny goal. Whereas if I were in the same position, same boxes, and they'll set like this, and I was told to pick them all up, I would be like, no. So, have you worked on API project, backend stuff? No, but we do actually have a feature request that there are users that want an API for NearBeach and stuff, so forth like that. So that is something I've got to start designing very, very shortly. I do want to start it before the end of the year. So at the moment, essentially all of our data hits the what's called the object data URLs, and from there it actually gets the information we require. We've just got to set up an API type of situation and so forth like that. So that is something that will be designed, and then hopefully when we implement it, it just replaces what we've got, or what we've got sort of morphs into what we need. And yeah. My wife was saying I should take a computer repair course to upskill. I'm not sure if I should go back to school with having a 2.3-year-old living in the middle of nowhere, because so I would have a one career path and stick with it, because I'm great with audio, could be better, but then I'm looking at the stability aspect. Yeah, fair enough. Is it ironic that the enemy is misspelled? Yes. Yes, it is. State perfection. I don't need it. Check your repo and saw what you were using. Yeah, Django. So Django and VueJS. NearBeach does have an API, but it's not meant to be public. Yeah. So yeah, that will be hopefully discussed very, very shortly. So I'm hoping before the end of the month, and then I can start planning it and so forth like that. So let's say I take the time in my downtime to learn C# and C++ to get myself into the game industry. I know I could pivot into software dev potentially. Yes, you can. So the good news is, so if you, let's say you know C#, all right. Let's say you've been in the game industry a couple of years and so forth like that, and you wanted to pivot it into web development. Let's keep it simple. Let's say backend. Let's say you wanted to do, let's say, a .NET sort of model view controller sort of backend and stuff like that. You won't need to learn as much. You just need to learn, okay, this is how the model view controller works. I've already got the language down and so forth like that. Let's say you needed to, you need to learn Laravel and stuff like that, model view controller. You can then jump from that into Laravel, and all you need to learn is just the syntax for PHP and how PHP sort of works. And that is a very small step and can be easily done very quickly. So yeah. I've had a few friends in the gaming industry, and it's a lot of layoffs from what I heard. Far from stable. Yeah, I've been hearing that too. I don't have any friends in the game industry. I've just been hearing a lot of that. You'll have to learn Laravel's ORM as well. Oh yes, and yeah, there's a few other things you'll have to learn, but quite easy to pick up because you'll have that understanding of how programming works. Each ORM has its own quirks. Yes, they do. It is a lot of fun. Then you look at the dev of Vampire Survivors, who legit worked on gambling games before making Vampire Survivors. Oh, fair enough. ORM, I keep forgetting what the acronym stands for. It's essentially connecting your program up with the database and putting an object there. So, ORM acronym programming. Object relational mapping. So what will actually happen is, so you've got your backend and you've got your database. And what you want to do is you want this ORM to put stuff into an object and handle the calls to and from the database and stuff like that. So a good example is if we jump into NearBeach, we have our model. So this is, let's take this table. So this particular thing, the class document models.model, this is a table in the database, and all of these fields match up with a field in the database. And instead of actually calling, now I don't know where I use document. Oh, all right. Give me a couple of seconds. Oh, I've done it in forms. Oops. Sorry, let's go project. So project will be a table. You've got all of these particular fields in there, like project ID, project name, project description, organization, and so forth like that. So if I go to, let's say another place in the database, let's go search views and stuff like that. So instead of having to write SQL, what I do here with the ORM is I'm like, all right, cool. Here's the object, project.object.filter is deleted false. And then I'm sort of doing a bunch of other stuff here. And the ORM will handle all of that for me instead of me having to write it. It also handles a lot of the sort of safety around sort of SQL injection and stuff like that. So yeah. It's Italian to me, not outright Greek. Fair enough, I can comprehend some of this, but I'm a tourist, not fluent citizen. And that's perfectly fine. Also, where's Vim? It's a superior idea. So, I actually have Vim bindings on at the moment. So, yeah. I use Vim bindings, but I put in PyCharm, yep. It's not SQL. Yeah, SQL, yeah, I don't know. I don't care how it's called at the end of the day, so yeah. I think I just got used to saying SQL. Alright, give me a couple of seconds, sorry, this cube is... Alright, cool, I can solve this now. There we go, cube solved. Follow-up question before the lurk, VS Code or VS 22 community? Up to you. Whatever tool... let me rephrase this. So all the IDEs are tools. Whatever tool you code in the fastest is, and you like the best, is probably the best tool for you. So yeah. And yeah, I also use both. So for my 9 to 5, I will use VS Code for any sort of Umbraco builds that are like 10 or older. For our very, very older builds, so Umbraco 8 and stuff like that, I've still got to use Visual Studio for those. And there's a couple of other things where I'm using Visual Studio also. Yeah. Would use 2022, but others use code. Yeah. So whatever one you want to use, just use it. So yeah. That tea's gone cold. I'm out of tea anyway. What's the explain like I'm 5 different, so Visual Studio is a beast of an IDE. It's batteries included. It includes quite a lot of stuff for your .NET development and other sort of Microsoft languages developments and stuff like that. So like, for example, F#. Whereas Visual Studio Code is a very bare minimum one where you have to add plugins and functionality through those plugins onto it. I ask instead of Googling for real world lived. Yeah. So someone uses Visual Studio for publishing, adding dependencies to other projects, and VS Code for coding. Fair enough. Yeah. I will say adding in NuGet sort of packages with Visual Studio is a lot easier than doing it with Visual Studio Code. I had to update a couple of Umbraco builds. Yeah. That's... Whoa. However, sometimes jumping into the project files is a lot simpler. So, yep. IntelliSense is nice in code. Yeah. I couldn't figure it out in Visual Studio. Okay, fair enough. So, we were doing these. So, I'm just going to close that Visual Studio. We've got our components. So we've got our icons, and the reason why we're doing all of these icons and stuff like that is in case we do a change later on, we still need it to work. Because these particular view files can be broken. Someone can come in, make a little tweak, and break something. So that's why we've got these in here. As I remember where I put my tests, units, icons. So, mini Microsoft Word. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, cool. So, they match. That was just an easy way of matching them. And then all we need to do in here is sort of... Now, I don't know how to do this. We want to go edit, find, and replace. Control R. So we place that in, and then we've got carbon, close, outline. And I'm just replacing all of those. Alright, that's weird. I'm just going to close all of these tabs. I'm going to do that again. Yeah, that was weird. Alright. So, we open up the next one. Oh, ad break in 5 minutes. So where do you see yourself in 5 years with the biggest strength? Why did you choose our company? Does pineapple belong on pizza? Pineapple does belong on pizza. I'm an Australian. So that's an instant yes. We have also egg on pizza. So yeah. And we have the ham and pineapple pizza. Not that I eat much meat, but there we go. Ham and pineapple pizza. We also got the Australian pizza with egg. We've also got an egg one, but usually it's one egg and it's in the middle. It's actually quite tasty. So don't judge it just until you've had it. Because I saw your company needing a man powered on devs. On the dev department, yep, it's always a good sitting in front of a computer doing code stuff. Fair enough. Also a good one too is for the so where do you see yourself in 5 years? You can always be like hopefully managing a small team. Always a good one. Also side things. No, text-to-speech was almost hired by North Korean spies on Discord. Oh god, it's a scam, but incredibly dangerous. Yeah. It was started in Canada by Greek immigrants who runs an Italian pizza chain. All right, cool. It made its way to Australia, and yeah, we do have pineapple on pizza in Australia, and I do love it. Unabashedly love it. All right, this is Yeah, for some strange reason, the control key is no longer working, and I have to do this the slow way. So carbon, document, replace all of those. We move to the next one. So yeah, I don't like not being able to use my shortcuts. And this is PDF. All right, find and replace. This is Carbon email. And Carbon folder. Sorry, my brain just went on a little holiday trip. I need another holiday. Carbon image. Carbon information. And sorry, I'll catch up with chat. What do you want to do in the future? I've always never had the 5 years thingy. I've had where you want to and always don't know. Oh, fair enough. What you want to do in the future. So what you're telling me is use Vim with one key in Morse code and learn Rust, Ruby on Rails, and Wix. I've used Ruby on Rails before. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to deploy as a system admin. And then, sorry, editor X. Yep, I see myself 5 years asking you these questions. I love it. Twisted on them. But I have had that asked of me before, and I've given that answer because I do eventually want to sort of run my own team. All right, so I'm closing all tabs. Sorry, this is just very slow, this sort of process. This is just carbon, trash can. Okay. MDI, Microsoft, Excel. PowerPoint. PowerPoint, and this would be Microsoft work. All right, cool. Now, we've broken something. Always break something. Great fun. Hang on, I'm catching up with chat. I clearly not a Shopify dev. I worked in retail merchant support. I was tier 2. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Good enough, send it to HR department. Okay, I'm stuck in the Midwest. Good night now. It's 2003. I promised my wife. Yep, anyway, thank you very much, Joel Peters, for the lurk and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully see you soon. I'm just going to be like... Alright, so we're going to go into our ad time. We're going to look at the cube. So, yes. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Alright. So, green. That side's going to bleed blue. So, we're going to do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. And then that, and then that. All right, so that's got to be white. Right, cool. So all the centers are done. Now I've got to do the top. Sorry, the little middle parts. Blue, blue. All right, cool. All right, yellow, orange, orange. All right, how are we? And welcome back, everyone. All right, cool. Can I do one more orange set? Okay, I think I've got all the orange done for the middle parts. Let's get back into this. Back at some point, I'll consider it for 30 days to see how I do. Fair enough. Yeah. Consistent for 30 days, yes. Alright, so we've broken something. We're like, oh no. So, scroll up. What we've got, failed to load MIDI Microsoft Word.view resolved. Alright, cool. Does it exist? So we've probably mucked this up. So what we want to do is MDI Microsoft Word. And then what I want to do is I want to copy this. I want to paste over this. And I want to paste over that. The reason being is I've probably done a spelling mistake somewhere. And that's the problem. All right, cool. We're rerunning it. So vtest has a thing where if you make a mistake, you fix up that mistake, it just runs that delta change, and it's like, all right, cool, that delta change is fine. You've got to rerun the whole test to check to make sure you haven't broken it anywhere else. So yeah, we're just doing that right now. All right, cool. Okay. So this one's all done. So we're quite happy with it. We've just done the icons. The next thing we should do is we're definitely missing some more. So confirm group delete. We're missing confirm group delete. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to paste it in, and I am just going to go in here and go confirm group delete. Cool. Add it in. In here, we're just going to go once again, do the find replace, because it's just going to be quicker and easier if we do it. So group information, we want the confirm group delete. So yeah, we just want to replace all of those. Actually, sorry, I have a question related to a client. They keep opening PDFs in Word, I don't know why, and they complain that the bill/invoice is 1.25 pages long, but prints as one page, and Adobe Reader is shown as one page. Why is Word doing this? What operating system? Because if it's Windows, I wouldn't be able to solve it for you. But, it is something that they've got to do. Options. And what you got to do, right hand click any PDF file, open with, choose default program, and then select the reader from the list. All right, cool. Yep. You might need to do. It's the husband. I don't know why they're opening it in Word. Yeah, that. Yeah, that might be getting them, talking to them and being like, listen, this is a PDF. It's meant to be laid out. Could you open it up in the reader instead of the Word? Because Microsoft Word will make changes. Yeah, since it's a client, I'm not sure it's the setting problems. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to have that hard conversation with them without being condescending either. They might not know any better. or they might not know that, hey, their actions are doing this. And it's not your PDF. That's the problem. Alright, so I'm getting distracted hardcore with the cube at the moment. I am going to have to put it down. Alright, cool. There we go. ID 10, 10 error. Same client has Sage 50 issues. Yeah. Alright, so this should all be working. Yes, I'm just gonna once again double check. Actually, because we only added one file in, it really doesn't matter. So this will probably definitely use the store. Now, is it going to use Axios? I do believe it does. Yeah, we're going to mock up. Sorry, we're going to mock up Axios. So what I want to do, modules, wizards. I know. Oops. It's going to close all tabs because I'm clearly getting confused here. So confirm. We need to mock up Axios in here. So what I want to do, modules, wizards, I know one of these will have Axios mocked up. So we want to copy these 3 lines and we need Axios at the top. And we got Axios. All right, cool. Is this Jira 2? So this is NearBeach, open source project management system, not as complicated as Jira. So yeah, hopefully. Student paper size set up on the printer preference. Short paper to A4 legal paper. Oh, that's a good one. Watch me lurking. Okay. You told them I've exhausted my resource. Please contact Sage support on MS Word. I'll just train them on Adobe. Yeah, that might be it. You might need to actually train them on how to use it and stuff like that. Not as complicated is a very wide spectrum. Yes, yes it is. So, have I got my local host running? No, I don't. Okay, let's get it up and running. So yeah, this is NearBeach. The idea is you can grab basic organization and customer details. That's just creating a new sort of one. For example, once again, very, very basic sort of stuff. You can see what they're connected to. You can create Kanban boards. Now, like so, these can be moved around. That doesn't always happen. That only happens because we put something in blocked. That was a feature request. You can create projects, tasks, gather user requirements, and when you're ready to deploy, request for changes. So, yeah. Mind you, they also haven't paid me for my last repair, despite saying that they would since the job is done. Oh, I don't want to dump them, but I'm also like, I offer a white glove experience and would like to stop waste my time on something I'm not skilled on. Okay. The second issue, Outlook emails don't show up as sent. Gmail does. It's an ISP-based Gmail suite setup. Yeah, I don't deal with Outlook. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I deal with Outlook as a client at work for reading emails, and that's about it. But I don't have to work with clients most of the time. I do work with engineers from other companies, though I remember one time where I was asked where the private key for the SSH key pair was, and they had no idea what I was talking about. Oh, fair enough. Sorry, not trying to go help desk on this. Fair enough. I was like working when I connected remotely to go, so I'm like, is this not a new issue? Alright, so this is working fine. Alright, so I want to go to code coverage. I want to go all files. I just want to hit refresh. Now it's going Java. Okay, the view store. Yeah, because it hits everything. I think I gotta do this again. Sorry, I need to rebuild all the coverage. And the culprit Windows updates. I guess it logged her out of the G Suite. At least I think it's the Windows update. It could also be that Google has is requiring her to log back in. That happens every now and then for me. So I know I have to relog back in every 30 days. Right, that is done. I'm going to hit refresh. So JavaScript components, administration. We've got Gantt chart, which is quite empty. Gantt information is very empty. We're going to have to, yeah, go through all of this. That's fine. We have a look up here. We've got 35.8% of the functionality. All right, cool, sweet. The other reason I wasn't paid, Sage 50 new laptop to desktop wasn't syncing data. Oh. Okay, yeah. All right, so we want groups. So I'm going to, so JavaScript components groups. So we've got the confirm group delete, which, all right, cool, sweet. So yeah, there's some stuff where we've got to click on stuff and we'll actually close the modal, but I don't think that will work how we want it to. That's fine, that's fine. I think that will be easy to do. Delete group. All right, that will need to mock up. Access for. This is not in 2020, but really it's been past this past year where my repair business started building traction. Oh, fair enough. And future clients. I don't support Sage. It's all growing pains. Now code this in Holy C, only using a VM of Temple OS. Yeah. No, I understand. It's why I left IT. That and another reason, which I won't mention here. All right, so cool. Let's see if we're missing any other sort of stuff. And what I want to do is let's actually do this smart. Let's NearBeach source. We're going to open up JavaScript. And we're actually going to move it over here. Oh. All right, give me a couple of seconds. Sorry, I am just building up my screen. I will move the chat over in a second. Okay, cool. Duplicate that. Let's bang that over there. Let's bang that over into there. Let's shove that over there. They got doomed to work in Temple OS. Oh God. All right. Well, congratulations to them. Wow. I'm still not installing Temple OS. I'm just too afraid of it. All right. So we want NearBeach tests unit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one of these folders and make sure we're not missing anything. So over here, source JavaScript components, we've got admin, we've got three. All right, cool. Card information, we've got six. All right, sweet. Change task, we've got 3 under there. And we've got more over here. So we've got change task description, change task link list, change task misc. Yep. Confirm, change task, delete. All right, so we're missing that one. So we just go down here. And then what we want to do, an easy way to do this, oops, not like that. All right, and then what we want to do, double click on that, go into edit, go find, replace it with that, replace all, done. And since I'm sidetracked, favorite games, and is Deus Ex one of them? So I have played Deus Ex. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I think Persona 5 is one of my favorites. I think the old Perfect Dark is one of my favorites. I got a bunch of favorite games that I keep going back to. The old Zelda games on the Nintendo 64, I keep going back to. Halo 3, Halo ODST, and Halo Reach. If something exists, we'll... if something exists, someone will get Doom working on it. So we need Doom on NearBeach now. I can't get Persona 4 Golden to work on the Surface Pro 2 in Ubuntu. Okay. What is it? Proton DB. I haven't tried, so I've got a Switch. Okay, so it's gold. Okay. Proton is a fickle beast. I tried all Proton tricks and I'm like, why? Oh, fair enough. No, it works on near. Yep. Quick test. I stopped playing. Too much time to invest when they went on vacation. Oh, fair enough. It runs on my S24 Plus. No, I mean it should work. The system requirements are low, and it works natively on Windows. Yeah. Yeah. Don't know. I got it on Switch. So yeah, both 4 and 5 I got on Switch, and 3 on PlayStation. I have Windows dual boot for gaming, just not worth the hassle on Linux. I just want to play games and relax. Yeah, I tried installing Windows on my machine. It just didn't want to install, and I was like, you know what? The games I'm playing run on Linux, so I just haven't installed it. All right, so we've done this one. So back to components. Yep, so customers, there is, all right, so we need to, customer information, all right, customer module we're missing. And we're just going over here, and we're just gonna rename this. Once again, we're just grabbing that name. What we're doing is we're going to paste it into here. We're going to go, all right, cool, add. We're going to double click this. We're going to open up this. We're going to go, all right, sweet. What we want to do, find, replace, boom, replace all. Done. And we move on to the next one. So dashboard. 2.4. All right, we're missing one here too. Holy hell, I am missing a lot of work. You have a 5900 by 3060 Ti PC, so I mean phone or PC, sure, but SP2 doesn't work. Ah, damn. And this is why Linux will never be a replacement for Windows. Backwards compatibility for older hardware is just not as strong as newer stuff. Yeah. Terminal is so useful, but QE is great. Ryzen 9 59. Okay, fair enough. I don't know why CPU and GPU are apart. Sorry. So I have a Ryzen 9 7950X, and my graphics card is AMD Ryzen 9. Hang on, AMD Radeon RX 6750 XT. So yeah. All right, so we've done that one. So dates should be just 1. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Diagnostics should be 3. Yep, that's fine. Gantt chart, that should be 4. Yep, that's fine. Group should be 3. Yep, that's fine. Icons, we just added those. Kanban should be 16. No. Alright, we're missing some here. So Adobe Audition and Pro Tools do not work on Linux. Yep, fair enough. Yeah, Adobe's been yeah, it just never works on Linux, sadly. Alright, so we've got archive cards, blocked notes, confirm. Alright, so an easy way to do this is just to read the last column. Confirm Kanban choices, confirm Kanban closure. Yep, Kanban column draggable. We're missing that one. So we're missing one in here. Confirm Kanban board reopen. It is this one. Yeah, alright. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just... Alright, I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to go test or not auth, unit, Kanban. So we're just going to copy this, paste, and we're just going to go, alright, cool. We're just going to bump that. We're just going to add it in. Realize we made a mistake, did we? Oh, no, we didn't. Double click on this. Go in here. Alright, cool. So newer PC and I guess similar spec GPU to mine. Also, my first distro DSL, damn small Linux, and then Knoppix. Oh, okay, fair enough. Knoppix for mine. And then I essentially just navigated to Ubuntu and stuck with it. I did try Fedora, I did try Mandrake and all that kind of other distros and so forth like that. But yeah, I kept coming back to Ubuntu. So yeah, you love Mint? Oh, fair enough. I just never have tried Mint. So yeah, I'm pretty much plain vanilla. Kanban information. All right, this one is the Kanban danger zone. So what we want to do is we want to copy this and go over here and go Kanban danger zone, paste that in .unit, add that in Kanban danger zone, double click on this, find, replace, paste that over that, just replace. All right, sweet. Cool. And then we're missing property order row. All right, we're missing this one. All right, incoming ad break in 5 minutes. Replace. I'm going to go and paste that in. I'm going to go replace. Sorry, I just Fedora wouldn't run correctly on the SP2. Oh, fair enough. My first distro was a Scientific Linux fork of Real Hat, and then Ubuntu, and then eventually Fedora. Pop! OS was alright. Yeah, I've got a friend who uses Pop! OS. I'm a GNOME person. So, yeah. Once again, I'm not fussed whatever other people use. Whatever you use is what you use. Once again, I'm very vanilla when it comes to my desktop. I don't make any changes anymore. I used to, and I used to use KDE for a while. Why do a lot of devs choose macOS over Windows or Linux? Yeah, I would say it's a happy medium between the two. Now, the reason why I've got a Mac is because my workplace gave me a Mac. So, yeah. Otherwise, I would have to use Windows. Alright, modules. So, we've done that. Oh, we're missing so many here, aren't we? Child sprints. Alright. We're missing associated... We're missing assigned sprints. Alright, cool. I got a 2014 Mini for 100 Canadian. Ooh, nice, recently. My wife has the M2 Mini. Fair enough. I've applied for a new job. If I get it, I have to use a Mac. Yes, yep. And then you have to install everything and wait like 10 minutes. So, All right, so we are missing a few things in here. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to, actually no, we better do it over in here. So modules, submodules, copy, paste, go over here, F2, grab this, click on that, go OK, add to Git, and this will be rename, or replace, sorry, replace all of that with that, and then go replace. All right, cool. So we've got that, and then we need the bugs module is in. It's the child sprints we don't have. So what we want, go over here, F2, copy. So the reason why I'm using copy and paste is because I do typos. It's as simple as that. You saw me do a typo before. And don't forget to drop everyone, exclamation point, drop. Followed by your favorite emoji. I'm doing Judgmental Lily. Brewer's a pain, yeah. Oh god, I'm glad that once everything's set up on Mac, I'm glad that I don't have to touch it until a massive update and then things break. And then I have to use Brew again. I actually got my previous M1 2020 Air for free. Ooh, nice. Just a taxable gift of 300. Nice. Went to your Wi-Fi, fair enough. They also gave me a Brio 4K Blue Yeti, not my main mic, a Dell 27-inch ISP. Ooh, nice panel and other stuff for free. This is Shopify. Ah, cool. Ah, neat. I just got my laptop. I'm happy with my laptop. Alright, so list tags module. So we got list notes. We don't have list public links. Alright, cool. So what we want to do, copy paste, we go into here, F2, we just copy this once again, we go into here, paste.unit, add. Alright, and then in here, do this, to find, replace, and then replace all. And then we've got list sprints. Alright, once again, copy paste, F2, copy back into here. We won't do all of these tonight. We'll do, I think, part of the modules, and then I think that's vast majority of what I want to do anyway. We will have to come in and actually write some proper tests. At the moment, all it does is it opens it up, makes sure it runs. So yeah. Okay, next question. What exactly does NearBeach do? Maybe I could use it. Is it like Airtable, Trello, or something else? So I haven't used Airtable. It does have a Kanban board functionality in it, much like what Trello is. So if do I have it running? Yes, I do. So some of these functions are optional. You do need to actually incorporate an organization and a just at least an organization. By default, I think it now defaults to just being the NearBeach one. And what you can actually do is, if you got user requirements, you got the requirements. So let's say new website for Blurg. You would list out what they sort of need and stuff like that in here. You'd be like, all right, cool, this is in here. So yeah, all this. You can then break down these into requirement items. So very small items. And thank you very much, Jarwez, for the follow. Welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. And we've hit some ads. So yeah, welcome back. We are going to solve a Rubik's Cube. So we haven't done a lot of these, so we've got one messed up right there. Now, oh, this might be one of those sort of cases where I do this, and then I do this, and then we do this, 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 like this. Alright, this, alright. Okay. Oh, you do ad break. I'll come back when I'm more awake. All right. Yep. See ya. Sorry, I just saw your All right. Sorry. Just saw your thing. I keep getting distracted. No ads on YouTube. There. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for coming along. Yeah, greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. So yeah. Alright, and yes, I do currently run on both Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, I don't have ads on YouTube because I haven't met the requirements. So yeah. And that's okay. Hopefully my advice has been good. Fingers crossed it's been good. So yeah. Anyway, we've just done list sprints. So we're happy with that. List tags, module, render sprint card. Oh, all right, that is one of them. So we're going to copy paste. You go back over here, F2. Hopefully I'm sharing. Yep, I'm sharing the right screen. I've got a new setup. So, and then .unit, and then add, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then find, replace, and then paste that in, and go replace all, and we're like, all right, cool. So that should all match up right now. Now, I really don't want to do wizards. All right. I'm going to leave the unit tests there for tonight. I think we're just going to run this, make sure it runs. And yeah, the idea is I want to create a unit test for each one of the components. All right, cool. So, git status, git add, all, git commit, apply new unit tests for VueJS. Cool. Yep. There you go. Alright, so I definitely don't want to write any more unit tests tonight or anything like that, but I am happy with all of that. What week number are we at? Week number. We're week 46, so we're still 2 ahead for the releases, which is nice. And now what I want to do is have a look at CodeQL. And I'm going to zoom in for everyone. And I realize this, and I'm terribly sorry, but I need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. I do apologize. I should have done it in the ads, but I will be right back. I'll, oh, no. Alright, I don't have it on that one. But yeah, I'll give me 30 seconds. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Alright, so it's been recommended that we should have a look at CodeQL. So discover vulnerabilities across the code base with CodeQL, our industry-leading semantic code analysis engine. CodeQL lets you query code as though it were data. Write a query to find all the variants of vulnerabilities, eradicate it forever, then share your query to help others do the same thing. QL is free for research and open source. So open source. So yeah. All right. Now, I'm completely and utterly new to this, so I don't know how this works or anything like that. We're going to be just reading the documentation and seeing how it goes. So yeah, unsafe decentralization.ql, import taint tracking global unsafe. All right, cool. From path source path sync, where flow path source and sync. All right, cool. Select sync get node, unsafe destination method source sync. All right. Meet CodeQL. Run real queries on popular open source code bases using CodeQL for Visual Studio Code. See how powerful it is to discover a bad pattern and then find similar occurrences across the entire code base. All right. And don't forget to drop, exclamation point drop, followed by your favorite emoji. So I'm going to use shell shock. All right, so Java converter Java, so public static object deserialize input stream is thrown object input stream OIS equals object input stream is returned. Yep, all right, cool. Path node sync where flow source sync. Okay. So clone the project. Yep. Create CodeQL database. CodeQL database create. Now that would be struts database. Struts notify Java current. All right, cool. I'm gonna just hit the documentation. Let's go straight into it. So documentation. All right. I'm also gonna stand because I'm getting a bit uncomfortable on this chair. I've been sitting all day. My shoulder's still very uncomfortable. Support languages and frameworks. Let's jump straight into it. So I'll zoom in for everyone. Supported languages and frameworks. View the libraries. View the languages, libraries, and frameworks supported in the latest version of CodeQL. Languages and compilers. So the current versions of CodeQL CLI, CodeQL library packs, CodeQL bundles support the following languages and compilers. So we're using Python. We'll be using one of these latest Python versions. We won't be using any earlier. Compilers not applicable. Yep. Frameworks and libraries. So JavaScript and Kotlin built. Oh, that's Java, not JavaScript. Sorry, that is my bad. I can't read. JavaScript and TypeScript built-in supporters. So we've got Vue. All right, sweet. So Python built-in support. So we should see Django. Yes. All right. I'm happy with that. System requirements. Except we've got Ubuntu 24.04. This should work. Fingers crossed. Would you like to check out my website and maybe I'll get some comments? Sure. Send it through. CodeQL coverage. Detailed information of coverage of common weakness, enumerators, CWEs in the latest release. All right. Learn how to write. Yeah, let's learn how to write it. All right, give me 2 seconds. Okay. Anyway, I'll just bring this over here. All right. I do want to talk about mobile. I don't know what this is up here. Oh, all right. Give me 2 secs. Kind of like that, but you're having it as a switch. Give me 2 seconds. They've got it down as a drop down too. So I'm just looking at how other people sort of implement the same sort of thing. Not saying yours is bad or anything like that. So yeah, Tailwind and Bootstrap do something like that. I'm trying to think where else I've actually seen a switch like that. You use vanilla JavaScript, HTML, and Node. Only these? Oh, fair enough. I know I've seen a really nice switch before. Toggle. Kind of like that. I've seen something similar to that before, and I know you can do it with JavaScript and all that kind of stuff. The only reason why I bring it up is because I was a bit confused what it was until I played with it. Otherwise, I like the font. I liked how it loaded in too. I like that. All right. I would make that line up with what's loading that there. So when it does load in, the text doesn't change. But yeah, otherwise, no, I like the design of it. I've got to be careful of some of these AI images, don't I? All right, the About button isn't working. And on the gallery, you're missing the testimonials. So the testimonials go down here. All right. Okay. I like the color. I really do like the color. Oops, sorry. I'm just... Mobile UI is a little bit messed up as well. I need to work on it. All right, cool. So I won't say anything about mobile UI. I did see something before, but I'm sure you'll get across it. I just got a little recommendation. This might be because my monitor isn't as colorful as other people's monitors, but this particular card background color sort of blends into the background. I mean, it looks perfect around here because there's that contrast and stuff like that. So I would probably either tweak the background color to be not that same color, or tweak the cards to not be that same color. Or might yep, that's also a good point. Might just need a border. Otherwise, yeah, I like it. The gallery, that loads up pretty quickly. I don't know. I like the loading screen and stuff like that, but when you click on gallery, you don't have that loading screen either. I would also, down here with the Instagram and TikTok, I've got just icons. Yeah, I would use icons. That works perfectly fine. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if you meant to click on these and something like a modal pops up with a larger version. So let's try dark mode. Yeah, either implement the border or definitely tweak the background colors with this one, because yeah, the cards sort of fade into it. Yeah. Also, I will check out a different mode. I'm not gonna do... I'll move that to the right. I'll spread this out. There we go. Alright. So it's just pretending to be a laptop screen right now. Okay. I would do that. Because the images look really, really nice. I reckon have them, yeah, when you're on a screen size this big, have them 3x3. Also, another thing, I've got a really wide monitor, and sometimes everything just stretches out, and it does sort of, you know, change how everything looks. Padding, let's do 0, actually, how do I want to do this? Section, max width, let's say 1200 pixels. Margin, oh, you've got 200 dvh. Ah, alright. Okay. No, I'll just reload. Anyway, yeah, sometimes you do need to sort of cut things off on a wide screen. So I tend to do that too. So I cut things off. If we have a look here, that's as big as I'll get with my screen. So if it's any bigger, the content just sits in the middle. There we go, like that. But yeah, otherwise I like it. I really like the purple and the blue. I think that those are really nice. So yeah. So you're are you using plain CSS, or are you using something like Sass and then building to CSS? CodeQL, plain CSS. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. No, it's looking good. So yeah. I'm assuming you've got like a list of improvements that you want to do. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully my feedback helps. So yeah, I'm not the best at giving feedback. I do apologize. So yeah, I did note your comments. All right, cool. So yeah, I reckon if I just load this up again, I reckon this one with the loading screen, if you get that text and that text to line up perfectly, so when they like load in and stuff like that, and it makes it look like everything pops in around that logo, I reckon that would look awesome. So yeah. Alright, CodeQL is a language and toolchain for code analysis. It is designed to allow security researchers to scale their knowledge of a single vulnerability to identify a variant of that vulnerability across a wide range of code bases. It is also designed to allow developers to automate security checks and integrate them into their development workflow. So resources for learning CodeQL, I can't speak, can I? CodeQL doc site contains information of the, cannot read. I can definitely not read at the moment. So, CodeQL doc site contains information on the CodeQL library, language and libraries, with tutorials and guides to help you learn how to write your own queries. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have to learn this, which is fine. We can learn more languages. So, CodeQL queries a general language neutral overview of the key components of a query. Alright, so let's just go into the tutorials. Let's jump into here. So, solve puzzles and learn the basics of QL before you analyze code with CodeQL. The tutorial teaches you how to write queries and introduce you to key logic concepts along the way. So introduction to QL, work through some simple exercises and learn to work through some simple exercises and examples to learn about the basic of QL and CodeQL. You can, but don't need to know the queries. There are default queries in the workflow. Oh, nice. All right. Oops, I'm gonna wiggle my mouse. Do language guides. Gonna go for Python, basic query for Python code. Basic query for Python code. Learn to write and run simple CodeQL queries using Visual Studio Code with the CodeQL extension. For information about installing CodeQL extensions for Visual Studio Code, install. Yep. All right. Cool. Yep. About the query we're going to run performs a basic search on the code for if statements that are redundant. In the sense that they only include pass statements. For example, code such as if error pass. All right. Okay, let's get things installed. So, be surprised, I do actually have Visual Studio already pre-installed. This is... this is... yeah. Alright, cool. Open folder. Select. Alright, yes, trust this project. Alright. Putting that over there, we're going to we're going to duplicate this tab, we're going to open up this, we're going to move this over here, we're going to place this into here, we're going to do this, and then we're going to go bang, and then we're going to click on that, and then we're going to go whoop. Alright, ooh, thank you very much, QLogic. So, EG setup, I am going to bring this over. So, configuration default setup for code scanning. You can quickly secure code in your repository with a default setup for code scanning. Who can use this feature? Repository owners, organization owners, security managers, and users with the admin role. Code scanning is available for the following repository types: public repositories on github.com. Yep, we are. Organization owned repositories on GitHub Enterprise Cloud with GitHub Events security enabled. We hit the first one. So, about default setup. So, default setup for the code scanning is the quickest, easiest, most low maintenance way to enable code scanning for your repository. Based on the code in your repository, default setup will automatically create a custom code scanning configuration. After enable default setup, the code written in CodeQL support languages in your repositories will be scanned. Sweet. On each push to the repository's default branch, or any protected branches. For more information on protected branches, yep, alright, cool. When creating or committing to a pull request based against the repository's default branch or any protected branch, including pull on a weekly schedule. Alright, so if no pushes and pull requests has occurred in a repository with default setup enabled for 6 months, the weekly schedule will be disabled to save your GitHub action minutes. Alright. You can enable default setup for multiple or all repositories in an organization at the same time. For more information, yep, alright, cool. We're only going to set it up for one. If you need a more granular control over your code scanning configuration, you should instead configure advanced setup for more information. We're not going to do advanced setup tonight. Requirements for using default setup. Your repository is illegible for default setup for code scanning. If GitHub actions are enabled, it is publicly visible. Alright, cool. So we do have GitHub actions enabled and it's publicly visible. So we recommend enabling default setup for eligible repositories if there is any chance the repositories will include at least one CodeQL supported language in the future. Alright, cool. If you enable default setup on repositories that do not include any CodeQL supported languages, default setup will not run any scans or use any GitHub action minutes. If CodeQL support languages are added to the repository, default setup will automatically begin scanning CodeQL supported languages and using GitHub action minutes. For more information on CodeQL supported languages, my God, I feel like I've been saying the same 3 words over and over again. CodeQL supported languages. Customizing default setup. All right, let's just jump into it. So, I keep throwing my pens at myself. When you initially configure default setup for code scanning, your repository, all CodeQL supported languages. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm laughing at the fact that I have to say CodeQL supported languages over and over again in this repository will be analyzed automatically. They just want to make sure that I understand if I'm doing this on another language that isn't supported, it ain't gonna work. The languages that are analyzed successfully will be retained in the new default setup configuration. The languages that are not analyzed successfully will automatically deselect from the default. Alright, cool. Alright, so if the analysts fail for the CodeQL support languages in the repository, default setup will be enabled, but it will not run any scans or use any GitHub action minutes until another CodeQL support languages is added to the repository, or default setup is manually reconfigured, and the analyst of the CodeQL support language succeeds. So, this is a drinking game. Every single time I say CodeQL support languages, someone has to take a shot. On GitHub, navigate to the main page of the repository. Alright, cool. Under your repository names, click on Settings. If you cannot see the Settings tab, select the... Yep, alright, cool. In the Security section of the sidebar, click Code, Security, and Analysis. In the Code Scanning section of... click on Setup and then click Default. Oh, alright, I might have done this. You'll see CodeQL default configurator dialog summarizing the code scanning configuration automatically by default. Alright, so I'm going to have to actually do this without showing my screen, but we'll do that during the ad. Optionally, in the query section. Alright, cool. Review the settings for the default setup on your repository and then click Enable CodeQL. This will trigger a workflow that will test the new automatically generated configuration. Alright, cool. Oh yes, and don't forget to drop, everyone. Exclamation point drop followed by your favorite emoji. So I'm gonna do Frankie. I haven't done Frankie in a little while. And holy hell, leans. That was like bang, 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 bang. So I've just seen my video. My video is about 40 seconds behind. Alright. Incoming ad break. Oh, Frankie just stole it from you. Rigged, I know. But at least you got there. You got there. Alright. So, next steps. After your configuration runs successfully at least once, you can start examining and resolving code scanning alerts. For more information on the code scanning alerts, see about code scanning alerts and assessing code scanning alerts for your repository. After your configured default setup for code scanning, you can read about evaluating how it's working for you and your next steps you can take to customize it. For more information, see evaluating default setup for code scanning. Alright, sweet. You can find detailed information about your code scanning configuration, including timestamps in each scan and percentage of the file scanned on the tool status page. For more information, see about tool status page for code scanning. Alright, when you configure default setup, you may encounter an error from... Alright, cool. Alright, we're now... throwing my pen around like there's no tomorrow. We're going to go on the secret screen. Oh. We're going to go on the ad screen. Their shoulder face. That's what my shoulder looks like at the moment. Alright, we want to go GitHub, NearBeach. Alright, sweet. We want to go settings. Security. Automatically pretends. Alright, we've got the depend bot. Oh. All right. Okay. And good morning, Andre Faria. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I just saw your comment on YouTube. So yeah, out and we're back. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Actually, I better put it on a secret screen. Just give me a couple of seconds. I'm double checking all of this. So I'm going to enable CodeQL. All right, so that should be enabled. I'm going to put that over there, and then we're going to jump into Workstation. All right, cool. So, yes, we just enabled the CodeQL sort of stuff. I don't want to show what I did because there's a lot of my sort of GitHub settings right there, but it looks like it's running, which is nice. So it's setting it up. View setup log. Let's bump this back into here. So it's got one job of 2 completed. All right, sweet. So it's in progress. So yeah, anyway, that should run. And yeah, all right. Now that that's running and we've got that all up and dusted, I'm going to close a lot of these. And close this. Definitely going to close this. I can close that. I'll keep that one open. I want to... Actually, I can just do it from here. Prod.NearBeach. Kanban information. I think it's 2. Alright, cool. If you're lucky, it'll figure itself out. Yes, we both know I'm not lucky, though. So, yeah. Anyway, so I've... Yeah. Got a comment on YouTube. I'm like, yay. So... New feature, document how to install NearBeach with existing projects. We can move that on. It used to have to compile, but doesn't now, so less work. Yeah. Yeah, it was just me turning it on, which is nice. Sorry, I'm just... Shoulder's still feeling funny. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So, I'm assuming it'll be very much like Deep Source, where it'll list all the problems and so forth like that. And what I can do is I can jump in there and fix it up. So it looks like the Python 1 has finished. And I'm assuming it ran perfectly fine, because it got a big tick. So yeah. Alright, Kanban gourds to have change date and creation date on card. We need to actually implement that. We'll need to implement that. Definitely implement story points. Yep. Translate the application. Yep. So I'm just looking at all of these particular things that we said we're doing. So I'm going to put that in review and QA because we did that tonight. Add in pre-commit to run all unit tests and linting before submitting code. Ooh. Yeah, I did a little bit more research around this. I'm kind of saying it'll be best to actually have all the unit tests and linting, maybe as a pre-commit, but definitely not running all the unit tests and stuff like that, because I got Circle CI. I can shove it up into Circle CI and get it all done there, and if there's a problem, it'll email me. So yeah, you just have to compile. Oh, it'll show up in the security tab of the repo. Oh, nice. All right. Oh. Well, I'm probably... Incomplete string escape or enclosing. Alright. Cool. It's picking up stuff from Tiny Mouse. So I'm going to have to go in and be like, ignore everything in the static folder. That's pretty easy. That's fine. So all of the static folder, these are all statics. Yeah, static. Ooh, views. All right, this isn't. Flows to this location may be exposed to an external user. All right. Actually, no, we kind of want this diagnostics views. This is an exception. So what's actually happening here is we're going diagnostic email test. So we're running the diagnostic email test. It'll try default email, get the email from the settings, and it'll send an email to the default email, which will be the system administration email and stuff like that, from this particular user. Fail silently false, and then it'll send back a nothing response. However, if it fails, we actually do want this to send to the user. So this would be an exception to that rule. Should be able to use... And welcome back to Long Live Chaos. Should be able to use... There they are. Alright. Yeah, it would... Whoa. Alright, Alright, cool. Yeah, long live chaos. Alright, cool, they're banned. Funbot. Should be able to use no QA comment or something like that. Say don't flag this one. Yeah, alright, cool. Just misspell all the things. Oh yeah, yep. Don't worry. So yeah. Okay, cool. So one of them is actually one which, yeah, we should look at and be like, hey, this is actually expected results. But otherwise, all of these are just, apart from that one, all of these are from Tiny Mouse. So I need to probably edit the code scanning to be like, please ignore anything in the static. You can also dismiss that on this page. All right, cool. So I'm going to highlight them all, apart from this one, and I'm going to go dismiss. Won't fix. These are a part of Tiny Mouse and not NearBeach. Okay, cool. And then for this one, we're going to be NearBeach via... Yep, all right, cool. Dismiss. Won't fix. So this is in this specific case, we do want the user to see the error. All right. This is a diagnostic tool. Cool. Easy done. So we just closed the bunch. So I'm happy. Awesome. Anyway, going into here, add pre-commit to run. I'm just going to change this to linting before submitting code. Alright, cool. Save and close. That one we'll put over there. But yeah, I won't get it to run unit tests and stuff like that locally. I watched that video and I kind of agree with them being like, yeah. So yeah. Alright, cool. Investigate where we should place end-to-end. Yep, that's fine, that's fine. We should get around to doing this. I think that will be better to do. But yeah, we should get around to doing that. yeah. Anyway, I'm realizing it's 10. I'm slowing down at the moment, so I tell you what, let's actually find someone to raid. It's been wonderful. We've done quite a lot. We got the queue, this all set up now. Adjust configuration. Ooh, oh, this job was skipped. Anyway, if I go, hang on, before we actually move anyway, let's go into NearBeach. We've got the GitHub. We've got the workflows. Deploy NearBeach, no. Alright, that's probably isn't there, but that's fine. Let's find someone to raid. We've got Togglerbit, White Panther. We haven't raided White Panther in a while. I do believe she is up starting right now. Alright. I don't know how long. Oh, it's about the 5-minute mark. Yeah, alright. Yeah, let's raid White Panther. Alright, cool. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for coming tonight. It has been wonderful. We got stuff done, which I'm happy about. I've got to sit down and go through this Kanban and figure out what other things I want to bring forward and sort of start. For example, we've got to start the API and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so... yeah, just got to figure out what I want to do next. And yeah, anyway, let's hit the raid button and let's say hi to White Panther. So yeah, thank you very much everyone, and I hope to see you next stream.